Team WUNAX Deck Profile with
Nazeer Robinson.
Yo, we're right here with the King Nas. What'd you do today?
Got to the place at Minneapolis region.
Let's go.
Thank you. I played Despia. This deck does not really lose to Ash anymore.
And that's wonderful.
I think there's 34 to 40 lines now that kind of just help you play through most of it. But I would say the biggest weakness with this deck is key barrier, maybe. But there's even a way to play around that if you're going second and you break their board. So, honestly, I feel like the deck is in an okay spot. Ash needs to get hit in some way before it's really, really good.
All right.
Stratos.
It's ulti, so it can't be negated, guys.
You actually do need to play 3 of these. This is one of the reasons why Ash is not as good against this deck anymore. I think I activated Brand Diffusion, I want to say 4 times today.
And these are ultis too, so don't dare kaiju them.
You play 2 Cartesia, best. I think this is the best card in the deck right now. Grand Goyle, just facilitates the entire deck. So playing this at 2 is just the most important thing.
The new card.
Quim.
And it's Starlight. Oh my lord.
Like this card single-handedly plays around the Ash as well if you have it in combination with Cartesia and then a Branded in red. So you can go a line where you go opening for this at the and then you have the Aluber, sure, you summon the Aluber, and then you add Brand Infusion, and then off of this you're sending the Albaz to the grave. So instead of adding Brand Infusion, you add Branded in red, which literally gets you the same combo that it does when you activate Brand Infusion with less cards. So this card is necessity. You only need to play 1. You don't need to play more than 1. I don't need to explain this card.
Y'all better listen up. He's dropping goo on y'all. And then 1 Lubellion?
Yeah, you need to play Sardir. Sardir doesn't suck, but it's not as good.
Okay.
Of course, you have to play this card because it does.
It does a lot.
This is a Despia, guys. It's also like, I'll get to it later. This is a Despia. You do play the Courier, which has been very good today. You don't need to play.
And the puppet.
How many times? I summoned this maybe 3 or 4 times. You don't even need the puppet anymore because the board against Super Heavy last round. I basically baited them into thinking I was going to a puppet play, and then I set up like 5 interruptions.
So they were trying to just preemptively stop the puppet and then couldn't answer the board.
That's the thing, they can't.
That's crazy.
So like, I'm making sure that they can't stop the puppet play by playing around it by making the normal branded board with added interruptions and having this be the facilitator. So this also brings back your mirror hit if you want to after you expulsion. So I went expulsion, summoned the Albaz and a Cartesia on his board and went to an Albion play while I had lost, and then just went there.
Sheesh.
Yes.
Aha!
Yes, the secret first. This is disgusting. It's only bad against Brandon. Literally. That's the only deck it's bad against. So say they Ash for Brand Diffusion. Another reason why Ash is bad. So then you go into a Grand Goyle play, sending something from the extra deck, or you send, which is like the Albion, right? And then you have Nazeer Servant, which is what I'm playing. I'm literally playing Nazeer Servant. So here. This card. This is the 6 Brand Infusions now. So you go to Nazeer server, you send something from the extra deck that gives you value, so that's a +1 there. And you go here, send the 2 monsters from the extra deck, so then you're getting 3 active effects at the end phase, plus the Cartesia that goes to the end. So that might be a way to summon this, because this is also a Dogmatica card, so you can search this off of this as well. That's what's broken.
Being able to search Gwen off Nazeer?
Like so there's 1, 2, 3, including itself, 4, 1, 2, 3. So, 7 ways to search it.
You can search it with opening too.
And then if you include the extra deck, there is 2 extra ways. So there's 9 ways to get to this card. That's
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of access.
Then you go here. I've broken boards today with this.
Fusion deployment.
There was a game against Joy today where I could have just broken his board with this alone. And actually, in the last round, I broke his board with this. I didn't even see non-engine. I just saw this plus an Alvaz play. And I went to my normal plays that he went into his board, and I killed him that same turn.
Sauce. 3 brain diffusion. The heart and soul.
What should I say about this card?
You don't.
It's like you see, like literally, it's weird. I didn't use this. I used the rest of the engine, and then I get to the brand infusion. Then they're looking at me like, what?
It's just win more at that point, right?
That's why this is the God card.
It is.
Red is also a target for whoever. Lost searches card.
Loss is broken.
So
Mercurier to hand, all that.
The deck is extremely consistent right now. And then for non-engine, we go
Bib.
Droll.
The card of the format. Droll.
Yeah, man.
Another card of the format.
Yeah,
and
this was enough.
The reckless driver.
The non-call by was okay. I hate this.
The 1-0, but it's a hand trap format, yeah.
And then you play Retribution, which I've used as an interruption 3 times. That's like this card slept on. And then you play
Expulsion.
Well, Expulsion, sorry. Expulsion. Like, I didn't want to play this and this today, actually. But the only reason why I switched it up is because I expected to see a lot more Math Mech, heavy Samurai, and a little bit of Cashier, even though Cashier dominated the top spot. So I was right. This is probably the best engine right now. It's the safest play. Shout out to Joey and the other Despia guys. Alan, thank you.
Shout out.
Robbie. So that's the main.
Sheesh. I feel like I just got unloaded a spreadsheet.
You don't want that. The spreadsheet's too big.
You gotta pay on the Discord. We're gonna make a Patreon for it.
That's crazy. I'll be on, of course. You actually have to play 2 of this card.
Oh.
This is, I think, better than Mirror Trade right now. Because this gets you to
The Gwen combos.
The Gwen's is, that and Gwen is dumb. They nib you. You can just summon Gwen into our branded and red play.
Sheesh. Can't negate this one. Starlight, guys.
I only made Mirror Trade maybe 4 or 5 times today, too. So, majority of the time, I was literally just playing with Quim and Albion and then just recycling through, and they can't do much about it. So, the one thing as a Despia player, you have to make them assume they're going to go a certain kind of way, and then the moment you do this, they're actually unable to deal with it.
To make them commit to a certain line, and then you switch it up.
Right, so you can. I don't even look at this as a main play. I look at this as more of an interruption play with a super polyline with this graveyard. So I'll set up this on my opponent's turn and force them to play into this. So when they play into this, I make the Mirror Jade. They've already made used up too much cards before the Mirror Jade's actually.
Before they commit to this.
Yeah.
Or answer to it.
Only one of these. I found myself not. I wanted to play a second one, but I didn't have room. There might be a spot for it, but I don't really know right now. And that's you have to play
Stapelia,
this, of course.
Mira.
Well,
Good going second tech. For
this
sure.
card, before I get into the Grand Gordon targets, this card actually put in a lot of work.
Titanic lad.
Yeah.
People don't choose not to play that card.
It's better than Sprend. Also, another way to get to Quinn because it's a Dogmatica. Who knew?
Another way.
Oh yeah, I forgot this too. This is another way to get to Quinn because it's a Despia.
Really?
Yeah. So if it dies, you just summon Quinn. So
Sheesh.
Then
This deck is so good now.
It is very good. The Grand Gordon targets. I don't consider this a Grand Gordon target. This is a deer target.
Just draw. Free draws and a pop.
Belong.
Look at this. This is the goo right here.
So you go second.
This is the goo right here.
Yes. That's a new one, right?
It's so goo right
it's
there.
Very good. So you go second, then you make them bait their resources into an ash. On the Grand Fusion, you can be your servant, and then you send this, spin something back, summon Maximus. Yeah, it's very good. And then
continue.
I made this a couple times. This card's actually really good. The second effect came up too because if you go in another line where you're going to a Quim and you have Grangoyle, instead of sending Titanclad and this, you send this and this, and you summon a Cartesia with it as well. So you end on Grangoyle, Quim, Cartesia, plus Branded Red and Lost.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Wow.
Also, the summon effect comes up too when a monster leaves the extra deck. You can target something and negate the effect on the field for their monsters, and then all monsters on your side of the field gain 500.
So you can answer magic cards, trap cards on the field. That's crazy.
I think it's just monsters.
Just monsters. Okay.
LOL. Actually, it is any card.
That's kind of even. That's so busted.
That's something I need to look into later.
I taught you something. Let's go.
That's insane.
Shout out Terrence, the unbeatable.
Shout out Terrence. Banishment put in a lot of work, especially in the mirror match. The guy was playing like I guess the basic version of Despia, and they just lose this. Even if he's playing Super Poly, just one is enough. And also this revives Quim because he's a Despia.
Yeah, that keeps coming up. It seems like.
Yeah.
Steals.
So like. Mathmech does just lose to these cards.
Oh yeah.
I played against Mathmech.
Drytron too. They just
John lose. Hey, I didn't have to use this.
What? My man is cooking right now.
I didn't play one back row deck today,
which my man's cooking.
Very nice. But just
a walking floodgate. Yes, guys.
This card, Sworzo loses.
Yeah.
Cash loses to this.
Oh yeah.
Super Heavy they can't beat this card unless they see Eccentric.
Almost everything but Striker lives through this card.
Perhaps.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah. Why?
Well, the dark one is you don't play a lure, so there's literally no point in playing the dark one. So the light one is just better because you can just send it off now, for the Brand Infusion, so it has more synergy with the deck.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
God card.
Yes.
God card.
And then 2 of these, actually.
2 thrusts. She gets 2 thrusts today.
Well, I guess I put this in this category, right? So, going first, you take this out, slide these in. So, depending on the situation, you might need to take the gammas out. So, this is a perfect side for gamma. These 2 in here, but I would never take the gamma, so I might take out some engine cards that aren't necessary, which there's enough. The deck plays 31 engine cards. That's a lot. So going first, I just replace one with this, and then I have this here. This becomes every other card, so it's I need these. Play these.
Set Branded Fusion.
Right, exactly. Actually, that came up.
That is so broken.
So I had tactics.
That is so broken.
I had tactics in hand. I want to say interrupted my line. I did this with a thrust. I added the Brand Infusion. He asked the Brand Infusion. My tactics. He negated with Baron, and then I went into a play with an Albaz play with the fusion deployment. Fused his to Mirror Jade, and then went to a Cartesia. I don't know. It was crazy.
That sounds like a crazy interaction.
It's also cool to search management, and then of course Dark Ruler. I didn't Dark Ruler at all today, but. It was nice to have the option to get to it.
Man.
I think the deck performed the way it's supposed to. I didn't lose to myself, but I'm talking about the Joey situation, but it was so much going on to where I could probably win. So that tells me that the deck literally has a way to beat in almost any situation. Cash was my only. I lost.
Yeah.
Like in that deck,
it's Cash.
It's a bad matchup for any deck for the most part. Maybe Curly, but this deck is very good. But shout outs, right?
Yeah, you got any shout outs?
Team, I love the team. Shout out to all the Minnesota shops. So I really appreciate y'all's support. My family, my loved ones, my baby. Thank you. And then the boys. Shout out to Dommy as well, because
shout out Dommy.
Always got my back.